Okay, we talked about that, and I said, let's allow restaurants to open. Okay, pero no sit-down dinner, all take-out. Okay, so yes, I suggest to the restaurants, and by the way, we see some restaurants that are already doing it. If they think it is feasible and they will have enough okay, we talked about that, and I said go open, okay, pero no sit down dinner, all take out, okay. So yes, I suggest to the restaurant, and by the way, we see some restaurants that are already doing we'd like to know which think it is feasible, and you will have enough. Because in the ECQ is very clear naman. Okay, we talked about that, and I said, okay, pero no sit down dinner, all take out. Okay, so yes, I suggest to the rest were vets, no, who some restaurants are already doing. We'd like to know, think it is feasible. Owners complaining that there was no place to send their pet because most of the veterinary stores or clinics are closed, no. You just have to follow the lang protocol on how to receive the said animals, no. But we are not new from operating.
Gov, this is regarding the hot zones bala. Since nga nag-go down naman gid ang numbers ta, may mga hot zones na nga gin pang delete na sa lista.
I do not have any information, no, but again, no, these hot zones are purely recommendatory. Okay. And so it's really up to the LGU to follow this strategy, or they may even come up with their own, okay? Because not all LGUs were amenable to announcing their area as hot zones, no? And so I respect that, okay? I respect that. That is why I never posted hot zones in the provincial Facebook, because in lieu of the observation of some LGUs. But there are some LGUs that don't mind being declared hot zones, no, in certain areas. Then it's okay to post that, no. So I don't have the numbers now as to there is also a decrease, but really, if the numbers of PUMs, PUIs go down, then I suppose it follows, no, that there will also be a decrease in number of hot zones.
Thank you, Gov.
Gov, regarding pala sa SQ extension, may mga mayors man gahambal nga kung pwede sa ila area, i-community quarantine na lang, not really enhanced. Like for instance, wala na sila PUI. So, can we say that the SQ would really be mandatory to all the LGUs in the province?
Yes, we will make it mandatory because really there is no health experts who can tell us that all is clear. There is none. Okay, so of course we have to respect their opinions because this is health, and they should be the best persons to recommend further action of the provincial government. We're managing our ECQ. It's 1 week and a half already. Starting tomorrow, it's normal manggid na Holy Week, so normal manggid na we stay home. So we're just gonna add 2 more weeks, And by the way, as it is, one person per household can still go out and buy their essentials.
So it would be until the end of April, Gov.
April 30, and I hope, I really hope, I really hope. Everybody's really affected by this, and so I hope that April 30 will be a good date, to lift the ECQ.
Go, by the way, ang the only COVID patient we have, how is she doing now?
Second test showed negative. We did the swab yesterday, sent the test, the specimen today, and I wonder if they will be working on the Holy Week. Ang Western Visayas Medical Center, do you think they will work on Holy Week? I hope they do, and let's commend them for that. Let's commend them for that. Because if they will work on, yes, okay, there's a thumbs up here that the testing center will continue to work on Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Black Saturday, and Easter Sunday. So that's very good news. So if we send it today, probably by Friday or Saturday, may results na ta,
How about, Doc, Gov, the PUMs? Will there be testing for PUMs as well, o wala na lang?
I wish we could do that, but obviously we don't have the number. Because ang PUMs din natin latest is 5,000 yesterday, mga 5,000. We don't have that number of testing kits. So, din-prioritize lang doon ang PUI. Ang pinaka-importante, and I would like to commend all LGUs, for their monitorings of PUMs, diri kasulod ang BHERTS naton, ang mga municipal and city health officers or office, sa ila vigilance, in monitoring their PUMs and PUIs. Kadako gid na contribution sa pag identify naton, especially kung sinong aton i-prioritize province-wide mass testing.
Gov, good morning. There's a lot of confusion happening regarding the qualification process and the distribution of the social amelioration card or program. What's your appeal to the national government, to the DSWD, and our local chief executives, Gov? Thank you.
I think what happened here is that ang basis nila sa listahan was 2015 pa. It's been 5 years, obviously. Population has grown. And so, it's really difficult. But up to now, by the way, that's happening nationwide. So we're just hoping that finally the DSWD can come up with the final criteria on who can be recipients of this amelioration fund. Yesterday, or in the last press briefing of the President, he mentioned the suggestion of Gorimulya to include middle class. So you could imagine the list now will further grow. And I think the national government is also looking for funds, if possible, to include the middle class. What's important is that as early as possible, the recipients of this amelioration fund here in Negros Occidental can start receiving it, because this will be for 2 months. Okay, they just have to come up with a final qualifications so that we can start receiving these funds here in the province. But I really understand that the difficulty that they are facing right now.
Gov, there's 3 questions on our Facebook. One is, pwede kuno ka backride sa motorsiklo kay wala sila means of transportation. Second, wala kuno gina-pick up ang garbage na baho na. And what about the people who aren't covered by social amelioration, who don't have any jobs? Where do they get money?
First, backride hindi pwede. Okay, we are still observing physical distancing, so talagang hindi pwede. Okay, what's the second?
The garbage isn't being
Okay,
picked up?
that's the job of the LGUs. There is no work stoppage, especially on government. Government allowed work from home, but certain operations of government, especially garbage collection, you cannot do that work from home. No? So LGUs, if there is really that concern in your respective areas, please look at it, and garbage should continue to be collected. And number 3, Carla.
They're not covered by the
Okay.
social amelioration.
Again, those that will not be covered by the amelioration fund, this is where LGU comes in also. That they can be given some food assistance. Okay, pero for sure, not everybody will be able to receive cash assistance from the national government, and I don't see any LGU be able to provide this cash assistance to their constituents. That is really beyond our budget.
Nang kundi ang province nag-release get relief assistance, ang nabatian tabla sa field, especially sa mga ang bulig lang halin sa province, ang ginapanagtag sa mga LGUs, ang yasang LGUs, ang yasang barangays, anong natabo sa calamity funds kuno nila yago? Wala sila yung relief assistance, ngayon na pangatag, ang iyalang sang province.
I cannot answer that, no? But it only shows you the sources, no, where we can take. The province is using its calamity funds, its quick response fund. The LGUs can also do the same. But so I cannot comment on that, no, because I don't have any basis to say that certain LGUs are not using their funds, no? Because I'd like to think everybody is using their funds. In fact, we can already go beyond our 5% calamity fund. Okay, so that has been allowed by national government. So I would like to think that all LGUs are using their funds available to address COVID. By the way, the good news, and I hope it happens, that all LGUs will receive 13th month IRA. Okay, that's big. That's really big, and I hope that will happen. The governors are now requesting kung pwede ma-include ang province, and the reason for that is who manages all the district hospitals? It's the province. So maybe there is an appeal now to also include 13th month IRA for the provinces. So that is now being discussed, because that will mean that the national government will have to source for additional fund. Pero I think ang para sa municipalities and cities, though, go na siya. Awaiting na lang release of these said funds.
So could we just get your statement regarding the situation now that we, as you said, the overall picture is on the downtrend, and our patient, COVID positive patient, remain as isa lang. So how would you assess everything?
Okay, I think ECQ, if done properly, can really help the challenge that we are facing against COVID-19. The main purpose of ECQ is really to limit the mobility of individuals. And if we continue to be cooperative, an additional 2 weeks. Let's continue to sacrifice. Parang sayang our gain for the past 2 weeks if we will just let it go and then go back to square one. Okay, so that is what we're trying to avoid. I don't know what happens if patient number 1 is cleared. So technically, are we COVID-free? So I don't know how to address that. Okay, what is the official stand of DOH? If a patient has been cleared or survived or defeated COVID-19, can we technically declare that we are COVID-free? No? So I don't know. So, but for now, we're very happy, and we thank the Lord for taking care of patient number 1 and awaiting results in a couple of days.
Last. It was discussed yesterday during the Sangguniang Panlunsod session of Bacolod City Council that the 20 million prior to giving authority to the mayor to enter into MOA with the CLMMRH, parang they discussed, Gov, na the 20 million will be used for the entire province since the biolab will be situated inside CLMMRH. Wala nila una-una ginpasugtan because unless unahon ang residents of Bacolod City. In that case, Gov, will you also parang a counterpart of the province to make sure that the residents of Negros will not be set aside if mas magdamo si Bacolod City as compared to the province?
The testing center in Iloilo is not limited to Iloilo. That is for the whole Western Visayas. So I'd like to think that if we can have a sub-testing center here in Bacolod, that is also for all Negrenses. Okay. It also depends on the machine. Because there are some PCR machines that can actually handle by the thousands per day. Okay, so it might not even be an issue. No, it might not even be an issue na una-untang Bacolod. Okay, we are very grateful that Bacolod will or is contributing to set up this lab. But then again, we are all Negrenses. Okay, so let's not look at it that way na unahon ta na certain LGUs before everybody else. No, I think it should cover for all Negrenses. Yes.
Pwede man off the record, kay Damo, ka pinamangkot, li kay nagog. Sa middle class, dalada ko ng mga members of the media, go. Makabaton, social amelioration.
That's why gani ginastoryahan pa na, no? Let's wait for the guidelines. Let's wait for the guidelines that will be set by IATF with regards to middle class, okay? So I understand all of you are middle class, so you're awaiting this said aid. Okay, so thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next PRESSCON. Is in place, and we hope to see our numbers going down, no, as far as PUMs and PUIs. Based on the results, all clear ang atong PUIs, no? But some of them are also being asked kung pwede tapuso na lang ang ila quarantine of 14 days, no? So again, we will also expect the number of PUIs to go down. So with the extension of this 2 weeks ECQ, I hope the strategy is correct and hope to see that really the numbers will really go down.
Gov, I was able to interview the Chief Executive Officer of MBCCI. Mr. Carbon said they're amenable to an extension of the ECQ. However, what they are requesting is for the province daw and Bacolod City Government to allow the businesses na wala man ginadagsa sa mga tao to return.
Okay, we talked about that, and I said, let's allow restaurants to open. Okay, pero no sit-down dinner. All take out. Okay, so yes, I suggest to the restaurants, and by the way, we see some restaurants that are already doing it. Okay, all take out. Okay, if they think it is feasible and they will have enough sales doing a takeout, by all means open. You can, we will allow you to open, but strictly no sit-down dinners or lunch or breakfast.
There are offices though, Gov, that have like 4 or 3 people in the office, and then the kind of service that they do is wala man nag-require daw na magkanto ng tao every day. So base kuno pwede sila ma-allow maka-operate liwat with a skeletal force or kay dutay naman lang.
We'd like to know which specific service do these offices provide, because in the ACQ is very clear naman which sector is allowed to operate. Okay, so I'd like to be with that information that you gave, I'd like to have a more specific situation, what they meant by these officers. By the way, I also would like to encourage our vets, no, who have their own clinic, to please be open. No, I've heard of some animal owners complaining that there was no place to send their pet because most of the veterinary stores or clinics are closed. No, you just have to follow na lang protocol on how to receive the said animals. No, but we are not stopping you from operating.
Gov, this is regarding the hot zones bala. Since nga nag-go down naman gid ang numbers ta, may mga hot zones na nga gin pang-delete as na sa lista.
I do not have any information, no, but again, no, these hot zones are purely recommendatory. Okay. And so it's really up to the LGU to follow this strategy, or they may even come up with their own. Okay, because not all LGUs were amenable to announcing their area as hot zones, no, and so I respect that. Okay, I respect that. That is why I never posted hot zones in the provincial Facebook, because in lieu of the observation of some LGUs. But there are some LGUs that don't mind being declared hot zones, no, in certain areas. Then it's okay to post that. No? So I don't have the numbers now as to there is also a decrease, but really if the numbers of PUMs, PUIs go down, then I suppose it follows, no, that there will also be a decrease in number of hot zones.
Thank you, Gov.
Gov, regarding pala sa